Hey everyone, it's Alex Martinez, and today we're going over the most important thing as a real estate investor. All right, so when a lot of people look at real estate investing and look at entrepreneurship, they look at it as something that's a little risky or a lot risky. And so what we do actually as real estate investors and entrepreneurs is we actually want to mitigate and lower our risk as possible and then make calculated decisions after that. So the most important thing as a real estate investor, when flipping houses, when wholesaling houses, most important thing you can do is protect yourself using something called an inspection contingency. So let me write it out real quick. Never forget this. This is one of the most important things I teach all of my clients, everyone I work with. It is one of the golden rules, the inspection contingency. Now, what is the inspection contingency? Basically, what this is whenever you offer a price on a certain property that you want to buy, that you want to fix and flip, that you want to wholesale, this protects yourself. This allows you to back out of the contract if the property does not pass your inspection. I want you to realize how important that is, because I've had many people come to me, reach out to me and say, hey, Alex, I need some help. I'm in some trouble because I tried to buy this house. And I say, hey, let me look at the contract. And there's no inspection contingency on that contract that says, hey, they can back out of this deal if it doesn't pass their inspection. Okay, so this is a clause on the contract you put on there that says, if the property does not pass my personal inspections, if it does not pass my team's inspections, then we have the ability to back out of the contract. All right, so usually every state's contract, they all have this inspection contingency in there. So I want you to check that contract if you have it. If you make your own contract or you have an attorney write up a contract for you, have them put an inspection contingency in there, okay? Once again, what is an inspection contingency? It allows you to back out of a deal if it doesn't work out for you, right? You can look at it as what? An escape clause, basically, for this deal, right? Because who would want to buy a house if there was something wrong with it that you didn't see from the initial inspection, that you didn't see from just the computer? See, a lot of deals that I've bought, I've got under contract, I've just found them on something called the MLS, the multiple listing service, on the computer. Now, what that means is I'm analyzing a property from photos, from talking with an agent, and I don't know every single thing about the property. But to stay ahead of the competition, I need to get this property under contract. So I'm going to do my best ability from all the information I have from the listing sheet on the MLS and from talking with this listing agent to get this property under contract, right? So now if something ever came up on the property that I didn't know from talking with the listing agent, from seeing the listing sheet, let's say the foundation was cracked and no one knew about it. But I went there, I did my inspections, found there's a cracked slab that needed $20,000 worth more of repair than I initially analyzed. Well, now I can either back out of the contract and I'm not liable to buy this property whatsoever because I got the inspection contingency, or since I still have this inspection contingency, I can ask for a reduction on the property. If that repair is going to cost $20,000, I may ask for a $20,000 reduction, maybe $25,000, $30,000 to hedge for the additional costs. So it's so important, right? The most important thing you can do as a real estate investor is include inspection contingency on every single contract. That is how you're not going to be liable to buy these properties when they don't pass your inspection. This is how you can send out multiple offers without being liable to buy the property. I mean, just think about it. If you bought anything in life that was a high dollar figure and you just looked at it at face value and you said, hey, I'll buy it, and then you had to buy it automatically no matter what, that would stink. That's not how this works. So how do you protect yourself? Inspection contingency on every single deal. Never forget this. I don't want you to reach out to me 2 months from now and say, Alex, I need some help. The seller's mad with this property. I wrote a contract. I said I was going to buy it. And now they're coming after me. And then I'll say, you know what? Did you include an inspection contingency on there? Because if not, then I'm going to have you watch this video again. But on top of that, guys, this inspection contingency, once again, I'm going to keep going over it. It's your escape clause. It's how you back out of every single deal. So if you've seen my other videos and you don't take away anything but one thing, take away this, please, the inspection contingency. Allows you to submit as many offers as you want on properties and allows you to back out of the deal if you need to, if it doesn't pass your personal inspections. Now, to kind of give you some more information on here, there's other contingencies usually when you're buying a piece of real estate that are on there. Like a normal property, there's mortgage contingencies. saying, hey, if this homeowner doesn't get a mortgage approved for the price of this house, then they're able to back out, things like that. But when you're a real estate investor and when you're fixing and flipping houses and wholesaling houses, we typically buy the property all cash. And so we don't have things like a mortgage contingency on there. That's why it's so important to have an inspection contingency. And you only need one contingency pretty much. On all the offers I submit, just one contingency, it's the inspection contingency. We don't have a mortgage contingency on there. So what's this do? It makes your offers extremely clean when a homeowner sees, hey, this person only has one type of contingency on the contract. It's only an inspection contingency. There's no mortgage contingencies, there's no partner contingencies, there's no other types of contingencies for them to back out of this deal. Just one reason, okay? So the typical amount when a homeowner is buying a piece of real estate, the typical days amount of inspection contingency, because there's a timeline on the inspection contingency, is from the day you get under contract. A typical amount for a homeowner, it's about 14 to 17 days, okay? So this says, hey, this homeowner has about 14 to 17 days to inspect this property, to do all their inspections. And if, let's just say it was a 14-day inspection, if they don't do their inspections between 14 days, then they can be held liable to buy that property, or at least lose their deposit at the very least on that property, okay? Now, as an investor, you make your offer more desirable by changing your terms, and also price too. But one way to change your terms, a common amount for a type of investor, for a fix and flipper to buy a property, is gonna be like 1 to 7 days for your inspection contingency, okay? So this says, hey, I have 1 to 7 days to do my inspection contingency. Now, let's just say all things were equal. There's real estate investor A and real estate investor B. So real estate investor A says, hey, you know what, I want to buy this property at $500,000 and I just have a 3-day inspection. Just 3 days, okay? 3-day inspection contingency on there. All things else equal. Inspector B says, I'll buy it at $500,000, but I have a 7-day inspection contingency, right? So now I'm showing you how just the terms from changing the amount of days on your inspection contingency can have you have a more desirable offer, right? This 3-day inspection contingency is going to be much more desirable than a 7-day, because this investor A only has 72 hours to say, hey, are they going to buy this property or not? And so homeowners, listing agents, people in real estate, they don't like to be dragged along. They don't like their chains to be yanked. And so the lower amount of your inspection contingency, generally the more desirable your offer will be on a property. And a lot of times this is true for residential, commercial, different types of real estate. So keep that in mind. How do you protect yourself? The most important thing, once again, as a real estate investor, is the inspection contingency, all right? The normal amount for a homeowner's inspection contingency is about 14 to 17 days. What about an investor? We're talking residential property, 1 to 7 days, a house you want to fix and flip. And this inspection contingency is your escape clause. So if it doesn't pass your inspections, if the grass, hey, it needs more work than I thought, the floors need more work than I thought, just whatever your personal inspection is, if it doesn't pass it, you're able to legally back out of that contract, okay? And you're not liable to buy that property, and you can keep your deposit, whatever deposit you put on the property. All right, so never forget that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, if you want me to make another video, please put any questions, comments below. And then also hit the subscribe button down below. I'll have some more content coming out. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.